deep thinkers, and welcome back to my channel, Dr. Monica Nicole. Get ready to start seeing me much more often, baby, okay? Because I have officially landed in South America and I'm so freaking excited. I talked more about this on my other channel, but I decided that I wanted to merge my content around mindset, deep conversations, and my lifestyle on the same channel. So that's why we're here. So I am now broadcasting live from South America. My dad, he's still here. He came in with me, and it was so hilarious how it happened because we ended up being on the same flight, sitting next to each other. How ironic for that to happen, right? Um, but he's still here until tomorrow. Then he goes off to his next country, and so we have one more excursion to do today. So it's been a busy week of just hanging out with my dad, catching up, all that jazz, because it's been a long time. If you all have been following my journey, then you know him and I had to go through a healing journey of forgiveness and things of that nature. And so to see the work that I teach other people in and coach other people through, and to see that I applied it to my life, and it's been absolutely beautiful. So I'm here. I'm excited, and I wanted to get into a conversation, or I guess you could say more of like a thread of videos where I'm going to be talking just about why I left the United States, how I prepared myself to leave the United States, and just opening up an avenue for others who are interested in creating their own businesses, coaching businesses, putting what they know, their own personal knowledge, into a course, things of that nature. I'm here to help you create your space as well, okay? Because it's possible. Trust me, it's possible. So I'm just taking everything that I've learned and applying it and helping everyone else. And so that's what I talk about a lot on my Substack as well. So if you're not following me over on Substack, make sure you get subscribed over there. I have my annual membership is actually for the paid members over there, 40% off for the annual membership, because I'm hosting my annual sale for the annual membership. So every week, 10% come off. So last week it was 50%. This week is 40%. So definitely get on that. That is an amazing ass deal. Okay. And it's for those of you all who are interested in starting a content creation business, or getting into creating a community, or using your gifts and your skills to help other people. Okay. And so just getting into me being in another country, a lot of people didn't believe me when I said that I was moving. I was receiving so many comments on threads and things of that nature saying, oh, you're just talking. Oh, everyone says that. Or, oh, I've heard that before, and all of this jazz, right? No one wanted to believe me when I was saying that I'm moving, I'm leaving. I'm moving and I'm leaving. And so now that I'm actually here, and it's so interesting because the last day, where I just had like a few more things that I had to get out of my home and things of that nature, I had a friend that came over, and they were like, oh, like, this is real. Like, it's empty. And it's so interesting how many people don't believe us until we do it. I don't know if you found yourself ever in a situation like that where you said, oh, I'm going to go back to school and do this, or oh, I'm going to get married and do this, or oh, I'm going to start a business and do this, or oh, I'm going to do this. And people was just like, oh, yeah, whatever. You go, yeah, uh huh. And then you do it, and they're like, wow, you really did it. That's what it feels like in a lot of it, of really doing what you said you were going to do. And this is something that I said I was going to do for years, actually. If you've read, I have a blog post over on Substack, in one of my earlier articles, or is it on, no, it's on my travel blog. I'll just put the links to all of my stuff down below. Get subscribed to the newsletters and all that jazz. Stay up to date. Okay, don't be a stranger. But I was getting into how I had been buying a one-way ticket for the past few years, actually. And every year was another reason why I felt like I wasn't ready and I postponed it and refunded the ticket. And so this year I said, you know what? No matter what happens, I'm doing it. No matter what life looks like or what it appears to look like, I'm doing it. And it's so interesting because as the time got closer to me getting ready to move, things started to happen. Things started to happen. And it's the type of things that would make you question, am I supposed to be doing this? Am I supposed to be moving? Am I supposed to be, am I making the wrong decision? But I honestly feel like it's a test because as soon as I stepped foot on the land, my spirit and my soul felt like it exhaled. I always knew I wanted to do it. And it was a reminder of oftentimes, and this is what I teach here on the channel too, and in my work within my butterfly mind alchemy and the butterfly effect school of transformation, is the fact that and I actually have a video on the channel about this, but when you're getting out of a loop, when you're breaking out of a loop and creating a new reality and creating a new life, you're going to have the opposition coming in trying to stop you. The opposition is going to come in trying to stop you. That's so funny. I just got a what's the name? But the opposition is going to make you want to question if you've made the right decision. If you're messing up, don't fall for it. Don't allow the opposition to stop you, to change you, to make you afraid to stand up and stand out and do what it is you're called to do, because the opposition wants to pull you back into your loop, back into your subconscious cycle. Because once you're breaking out of that loop and that cycle, it's like you're now causing the program to malfunction in a way, because the program can no longer continue to operate on the same path because you're changing something. So it's just like it has to auto correct. So when you're creating a new system, getting a new operating system, creating a new reality, things are going to feel like it's coming to stop you or pull you back or to make something more difficult. Keep going. Keep going. Don't stop. And that's one of the big things that I had to realize with this trip. I had financial things come up. I had like familial things come up. I had like personal things come up. I'm by the beach, along the water, along the coast, and so there's a lot of like cars and trucks and stuff. And if you've been to Central or South America, you know they use their horns. Okay, in America, they definitely don't. They drive much different in other countries. Know that. So if you complain about American drivers, wait until you get into other countries, and you'll be like, "Oh, that sign is a suggestion." And they honk their horn, honey. Okay, but this is giving just in this episode of why I. Oh my gosh, that's what I can do. It's episodes. It's episodes. Yes. Yeah, that we're doing episodes. I knew I wanted to explore the world. And just like in anything else in my life, as I tried to do something different or show up differently, something would try to come in to make me stop. But it really was just a test of my energy, because if I would keep going, keep aligning in this purposeful thing and break through that barrier, because I'm changing something, and that change, it can make it wants you to feel like you're doing something wrong because you're malfunctioning your program. But on the other side of it, and oftentimes it's like you only get this when you're going through transformation. And think about butterflies, right? I love using butterflies for a big reason, because butterflies are beautiful, but they've gone through a lot of trauma. Even the sense of them coming out of the chrysalis, that takes a lot of energy, and like it's traumatic in a way to come out of that chrysalis for the butterfly. It went in as a totally different creature and transformed. Transformation is not easy. That Pluto energy, it's not easy. And that's the same thing with our brain and our subconscious and our realities. Things are going to come up to try to make you stop it. It's trying to activate your fear again, your scarcity wound again. But that's when you keep going, right? So where I had the financial thing come up, I said, baby, I'm still doing this. And guess what? That money appeared because the fear wanted me to stop doing what I knew I was called to do because that was going to transform me out of that. What we want and what I'm really just like remembering in this, what we want is on the other side of our fear, on the other side of our comfort zone. It's on the other side of our fear and on the other side of our comfort zone. And for me, that was stepping out of my life that I knew, that I was comfortable in, around people that I knew, people who I was comfortable with, and allowing me to get out and meet new people and explore new spaces and new places and enjoy my time alone. I'm not in a rush, although I have met someone who's connected to the Black expats that are here. I'm not in a rush to meet people. I'm open to it, but I'm okay with spending time with myself, sitting with myself, more writing. And that's why I love being on Substack because I'm able to write more, working on my next book, things of that nature while I'm exploring the country. Now, I'm in a country right now. My first country is a country that I've been to multiple times already before. So I'm not going to be doing as much exploring this first month. This first month is going to be just kind of like exhaling, you know. But as I get into my next spaces, then we're going to be seeing that again. But remember, when you're making a change in your life, there's going to be things that are going to try to come up as opposition to stop you. Don't let it stop you. Don't allow the fear that it tries to enact in you for you to go in that path. Because once you break through it and you reprogram your subconscious to the new reality and the new space, that's where the expansion comes in at. That's how our bones grow. And so I'm going to leave with a little homework because that's what I love to do. Think about something that you've been saying that you want to do. And I want you to just write a list of what do you feel is stopping you and what would be needed for that mindset of what you feel is stopping you to be shifted. Because the first step is in awareness. Awareness is always the first step. The ability to be aware and reflective authentically and honestly without bias is the first step. And so this is my first episode into why I decided to leave the USA for good. And leave your questions down below that you would like for me to answer in upcoming episodes that I'll be getting into. And like I said, I'm leaving my link to my Substack, all of that jazz down below. Um, and we're going to enjoy these episodes. So I love you all. Keep deep thinking and keep just, doing what you do. Okay. And I'm going to see you all in the next video.